viewers, we're going to go ahead and get started. I decided to do a talk through on this one because I know my last dozen or so videos I have been doing no talk throughs. But honestly, I really don't like to hear myself talk, so that's the reason why I don't do them. But in this case, I just wanted to do something different and switch it up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the brows. I'm going to use a different product this time out. It's going to be Anastasia Beverly Hills's Dip Brown Pomade in Chocolate. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into this, and we're going to do our brows with this particular product. And I'm just taking a little Milani double-sided brow brush like this. It's a spoolie on one end and it's a brush on angle brush on the other end. And we're just going to dip into the product, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with my brows. I'm going to brush them out first. Even though I don't have much of any brows. I'm trying to grow them back in now because I've been plucking them for years, and I just stopped plucking them like maybe almost 10 years ago in the hopes that my brows will grow back in a little thick. They have in some respects, but they're still sparse in a lot of areas. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill these bad boys in. I really like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just finish this out. General rule of thumb for those who don't know how to properly place their brows when they're doing them. The general rule of thumb is, in order to find the proper arch placement for your eyes, it would be best to start right here perpendicular to your nose that runs alongside the bridge of your nose here, and start here. And this is where you would begin the front end of your brows. As far as where your arch should begin, you take this angle and go like maybe at a 90-degree angle or at an angle through your iris. Wherever the end of your iris is on the outside edge is where your arch begins. So generally for me, my iris is right here, so my arch would begin somewhere up in there. But that's basically the general rule of thumb in order to shape your brows so that they'll look right. And I like the fact that this product dries down to almost like a matte finish. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out my brow, and I will be right back. I'm going to clean them up a little bit, and I'm using my MAC NW40 concealer, and I'm going to use it's just a regular angle brush, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to clean up under my brow bone area as well as above. I normally don't do this, but because this is my first time trying this product is the reason why I'm going to go ahead and clean up my brows with my concealer. This also allows me to clean up any mistakes that I've made during the process of doing my brows. Because like I said, I just want them to be really clean and sharp. And I'm just kind of feathering that concealer out above and below my brow. I'm going to use a small blending sponge to blend out my concealer above and below my eyes. So I'll just go ahead and blend that into the skin. I'm applying my P. Louise eyeshadow base in number 5, which is my shade, all over my lids, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my same blending sponge. And I'm putting a generous amount because I really want these colors to pop. And I'm going to use from this palette. I'm going to use my Morphe M173 buffing brush to buff this into my eyes. And I want this to go on a little thick, I guess you can say, because like I said, I want the colors to be vibrant on my lid. So I'm just basically patting this into my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone area. I'm going to use my Morphe M167 brush to pick up this color in this palette. And that would be this one right here. It's really, really pretty. And we're going to go ahead and put that into the transition area. And I'm just going to pack this color on because I want it to be as vibrant as possible. I'm going to go in with the next color, and I'm going to pick up this beautiful pink shade right here with my Morphe E27 brush. And I'm just going to go above the color that we just placed, and I'm going to buff that out with that color. And I'm just softening out that line right there so I can get that blurred out. And I'm just using a light hand to kind of buff that out. So I'm just really going along the edge of my bristles right here. And I'm just going along the edge of that first color that we laid and just softening that out. We're gonna take it all the way in. I'm using my Morphe R35 brush so that I can blend out that area. So this is a clean blender brush. And I'm just going in between those two colors. And then I'm just kind of buffing both of them out. Like right in between. I'm using my Morphe M562 Tiny Crease Blender Brush to apply this darker plum color right here in the crease, directly into the crease. And then we're gonna blend that out just real slow. And in order to, get the color on, like full on color, I'm patting it in first, and then I'm gonna blend it out after the fact. So I'm just placing the color right now, and I'm just patting it on. And then I'm using small circular motions to kind of diffuse the color into the first color that we placed, so that you can get a little blend and it kind of feathers into that color and it doesn't look too harsh. I'm just taking it like midway through my crease up into this area. I'm not trying to go all the way over. And like I said, I'm just using small circular motions and holding the brush parallel to my eye like this, and I'm just going in and I'm making small circular motions in order to diffuse that color out into that area. And I just like to go in different directions so that I can feather it out, and that way it just looks a little bit more blended into the first color that we placed. And then I'm just blending my outer crease into that color. I'm going back in with that pink shade right here, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that. It only takes a little bit because this palette is super pigmented. And I'm just going to touch the outer edges of that deep burgundy shade, I guess you could say. It's like a plum burgundy shade, and we're just going to touch the outside of that purple, and we're just going to blend it into that color slightly so we can get a nice color fade in that area. And it actually turns into another color that's really, really pretty. It kind of reminds me of MAC's Stars and Rockets. That's the type of vibes that I'm getting from this particular color blend right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and just blend those two colors together. I'm gonna go right in the middle of this palette right here, and I'm going to pick up this color right here. It's really, really gorgeous. It looks like it has like a color shift in it. It's really, really pretty, but it's mostly a pinky, light mauve type of shade with some gold undertones to it. So I'm gonna apply that on the lid with a flat shader brush, and I'm going to use my MAC 242. It is so gorgeous. Like, this color is really, really pretty. I love it. So it's just best to pat this on first, or if you want better control of it, you can wet your brush with MAC Fix Plus. And if you don't have that on hand, then you can always use some eye drops. You can go old school and use eye drops. But it really works, and it helps you to get this color on your lid. So I just have a little mini MAC Fix Plus right here in this little particular jar. And I'm gonna go ahead and wet my brush with this color and put on a second layer. Wow, it makes that color even more intense. It's just beautiful. This is really gorgeous. I'm gonna go in and grab this shade right here. To you, it would be the top middle shade right there. And I'm gonna apply this on the brow bone area and blend it down. We'll blend it into my upper shadow. And I don't want to overdo it, so I'm doing a light hand because I don't want it to overpower the color that I placed above that transition color. This reminds me of MAC's Vanilla Pigment in a lot of ways. It has a lot of gold, yellowish undertones to it. But it does remind me of MAC's Vanilla Pigment. It's really, really pretty. And I'm just blending it in good because I want it to be subtle. It's already a very strong color, so I'm trying to keep it subtle up there, but I still want it to have some kind of impact. So I'm just going in and just getting that in there. I'm also going to take that same color and I'm going to put it on the inner third of my eye into my tear ducts. And this brush that I'm using is just a Revlon brush. I had picked it up some years ago at Walgreens, but any flat shader brush like this will do. And I'm going to go ahead and wet this down with Fix Plus. That way I can eliminate some of the fallout. And we're just going to place it right next to that color that we placed in the center of the lid and bring it all the way up. It's inevitable, you're going to get some fallout, but the Fix Plus helps to eliminate a lot of that. So, oh, it's so pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and pat between these two colors so that I can get a good blend between the two and there won't be any harsh line of demarcation right there. So I'm just blending it in. This color is so gorgeous, and then I'm going to blend the outer edges in here so I can soften this out. I'm going to go into this palette and I'm going to pick up this gorgeous, gorgeous dark purple palette. To you, it would be this purple palette, right? This purple color right here in the lower center of the palette. And I'm just going to pick up some of that and I'm going to deepen the crease. This purple like right in here so we can get a better blend between these two colors, which is the color in the center of the palette and the outer color that we put on the crease. We're just gonna dot that right there in between those two colors and then kind of blend it into the center color. Oh, that is so pretty. This purple is just beautiful. And I'm just using a regular like blender brush. This one is a 224, which would be the equivalent to a MAC brush if you have one. So that's what I suggest you use in order to pat this color in, and then you can blend it between the two colors, but mainly the color opposite of it, the center color, you want to blend that in by just patting it in. And you can build up the, you know, the intensity of the color that you want, or you can deepen it, you know, however dark or deep that you want to darken it. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more. Just a little tap will do you. And I'm just going in between those two colors. I'm just kind of bringing it into that center shade. Like so. That is really, really pretty. I love that purple shade. It's gorgeous. Yeah, we're just going in between those colors and I'm trying to get a blend between these two colors right here in the lid. I'm gonna add a little bit more, just a little dot, just to deepen up the purple just a little bit and kind of bring it up into the crease also. Kind of bringing it over, like over in this area. But I'm patting it over into that area. I don't want to do too much of a blend up there towards the top of the crease. Just a little bit. And then go on the outer side, you know, the other side of it, and just kind of blend it into the outer crease over here. I'm going to take a Q-tip and a makeup cleansing cloth, and I'm going to clean up around my eyes. And the way I like to do this is to take the cloth, which is usually damp, and I like to take the Q-tip and kind of squeeze it in between the makeup cleansing cloth to get it damp and roll it around. That way you can dampen the Q-tip itself and you can use that to clean up around your eyes. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right here. And around my outer corner right here. Kind of clean up around this area. You can also use micellar water to do this with. This one can kind of sharpen the edges right there a little bit. And do the same thing on the other side. And just clean it up. I'm going to use my Morphe M213 brush, which is a little teeny tiny smudger brush like this. And I'm going to go along my lower lash line with this pink color right here. And we're going to run it alongside the tear duct color that was already placed on the eyes. Then we're going to take this plummy burgundy shade right here, I guess you can say, and we're going to put that on the outer third of the lower lash line. And then to deepen it, we're going to go into that purple shade right here and just put that on the outer third over, even over the color that we just placed, just to make it a little bit darker. Like right down the outer third, that's it. instead of using my usual LA Colors liquid liner, I'm going to go ahead and use my Revetri by Starlooks liquid eyeliner pen. It's dual-ended. I got this in my Ipsy Glam bag subscription once. One end is a regular sharp felt tip edge, and the other side is a stamper. This one in this case is stamped in the shape of a star, which looks like that. And I like to do that sometimes as an accent, but this is really, really nice. So I'm going to use this to line my upper lash. Applying my Rimmel Extra Super Lash Mascara in black, my tried and true. I have an intense love affair going on with this mascara. However, I have, ordered some other mascaras online that will be coming to me really soon. So I'm going to be switching up my routine just a little bit so I can go outside my comfort zone and try other things. So. My waterline with a black eyeliner pencil. This one is by Wet n Wild, their color icon pencil. It's a cold pencil, so it's soft and black. Yeah, I know I normally don't do this. My eyes are really sensitive, so I can't really have products on my waterline too much because they're super sensitive and they get to itching and watering and stuff, which is why I only do looks to where if I do anything down here on my lower lash line or my waterline, it's usually mascara and that's it. I really don't like to do eyeshadow or eyeliner because it does make my eyes water and it get easily irritated. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my waterline because I think it calls for this look to have a dark waterline. And then I'm going to take my tiny blender brush by Morphe and I'm going to go in and I'm going to smudge that out. To go back along that lash line and I'm going to apply more color to smoke it out. So I'm going in first with the plum shade right here. My primer of choice today is going to be Pacifica's Cherry Matte Mattifying Primer. This is the Wild Cherry Extract silicone-free face primer. It has natural minerals in it and it's pretty much 100% vegan and it's cruelty-free, which is why I love this product line so much. I decided to use this, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on my face right now. But I love the way it feels on the skin. It absorbs right into the skin. It mattifies the skin and pretty much blots out large pores and make your skin look smooth as porcelain. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. And I love the fact that it absorbs into the skin pretty quickly too, so it doesn't leave that greasy feeling that I hate so much. So this one is really, really good. It has a cherry scent to it. It's really, really good. Now this is one trick that I've been wanting to do for a while, but every time I would, do a tutorial or go about doing my makeup, I would basically forget about doing it. But I want to see just how flawless and smooth my foundation turns out by applying a loose setting powder first. The one that I'm using is Coty's Airspun Loose Face Powder in the original formula, and it looks like this. It's really popular for this, and I just wanted to try this out on my skin. So since I already have my primer down, I'm going to go ahead and shake some into the lid. And I'm going to apply it all over the skin. I remember as a child growing up, my grandmother used to use this powder as well as my great-grandmother. And I always used to think that it had that old lady smell to it. I know it sounds kind of stupid for me to say that, but that's how it smelled to me. Like one of those old world perfume type smells. It's classic. It doesn't stink, it just reminds me of my childhood when my great-grandmother and my grandmother used to use this on their face and their skin would look like porcelain. So yeah, it has that same nostalgic smell. So we're gonna go ahead and generously pat this all over my face. I'm using a new foundation today. This one is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their Luminous Foundation. And this one is in my shade, which is 450C. And it looks like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to my I don't really like a whole lot of foundation across my forehead. So we're just gonna put the very minimum up there. The reason being is because it does feel uncomfortable to me, but I'm a heavy sweater, especially in summer months, and my makeup is this area is the first area on my face to break through and have shine, besides my nose, which is my oily area. This is my T-zone area, which is oily, but my face gets oily anyway. So in order to avoid that, I try not to put too much foundation on my forehead as possible. I'm going to use a flat kabuki brush like this, and I'm going to go ahead and mist it with some MAC Fix Plus. Too lazy to reach into my drawer, so I'm grabbing my small one. And I'm going to go ahead and spray this. And I'm going to go ahead and start buffing this foundation into my skin. Wow. Okay, I like this. I'm gonna go ahead and use my ColourPop concealer to highlight my face. This one is in my shade, Dark 40. And I'm gonna apply this under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose, to which I normally don't do, but I don't like a whole lot of product when it comes to highlighting my face. So that's the reason why you'll never see me go overboard with this, because it can be a lot. I'm using my e.l.f. blender sponge to blend this out. This is also a new concealer that I'm trying for this look today, and it's from Juvia's Place. It's their I Am Magic concealer in the shade 7. I love the large doe-foot applicator brush that comes in this. So we're gonna go ahead and start contouring. going to set my highlight with Juvia's Place Loose Setting Powder in Gobi. I love this powder so much because it doesn't set cakey when I apply it. And it looks really, really good. I'm going to set everything with my Sephora powder, and this one is my shade that you have seen numerous times in all of my videos. This one is Toffee Peach Caramel, and instead of pressing it into my skin, I'm going to go ahead and use my Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm going to go in and pick up a generous amount of powder, and I'm going to use this to set my whole entire face so that I can marry my highlight and my contour into each other. Now I'm going in with my Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer, and I'm going to use my angled brush like this. In case you're wondering where you can get this from, I found it on AliExpress. It isn't really a name brand or anything like that, but it's super, super, super soft, and it does the job in terms of me using it for a contour. You can also use it for a blush brush also, but I like to use this for a contour. So I'm just gonna go into my bronzer, pick up a generous amount, and I'm just gonna go over my contour areas and just set them. This look today is full of new products that we're trying today for the first time. In this case, for my, hold up, backtrack. Let me go to my blush first, and then we're gonna go to our highlighter, okay? Blush of choice for this particular look. I didn't wanna go too dramatic. I wanted to keep it a little, I don't know, I guess kind of warm and rosy on my cheeks without it being too much. So, which one should I use? Because when I do a dramatic eye such as this one, I like to keep it a little neutral or subdued when it comes to my blush choices. So it was either NARS's Tails, which looks like this, or Bellissimo Bronze by Milani. Both of these are gorgeous, but I'm leaning more towards this. So I'm gonna go with this one right here. This is like one of my personal favorites. I love this for a warm, rosy, bronzy type of glow on my cheeks. It's just really, really, it's like a sun-kissed, warm, orange, bronzy, brown type of glow. This blush is so, so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on my cheeks with my Real Techniques brush. Oh yeah, this that one. This that one, y'all. This is it. I just love how beautiful it is. Like, it just gives a warm glow. Now we can talk highlighters, okay? This new one that I'm getting ready to use, was a recent purchase. I was always curious about this particular highlighter. It's really a body powder, a shimmering body powder, but you can also use it on the face. I love ColourPop cosmetics anyway. I have a lot of ColourPop cosmetics in my makeup collection, and I just knew for sure that I just had to get my hands on this one and try it. I bought one so far, but I'm definitely gonna go back and get the other three. And this is from their Soul Body makeup collection, and this is their highlighter in Pink Champagne. The compact is just huge, mainly because you're getting more product in this particular compact because this is a body powder, so it's for all over body, not just the face. And when I tell you, it is so pretty. Like, ugh, that is gorgeous. And it smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good. But the color is just gorgeous. Like, I can take my finger across it and it'll give off this type of glow. That is ridiculous, but it's so pretty. So this is what we're gonna apply for our highlight today. Just take it right into this area. Oh my land. Did I just say that? I sound like an old person. But oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Like, look at that. And it don't take much. I just did like basically one swipe across the palette, and look at what it's giving me. That's insane. I'm going to reapply my eyeshadow colors along my lower lash line because some of the highlighting kind of like took some of the color out. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my palette, and I'm just going to intensify the colors again up underneath my lash line. I'm going to hook my lower lashes up with my mascara. And now we've arrived at the final destination, the lips, which is the last thing that we have to do before we complete our total look. So I decided to go with a MAC lipstick. This one was from the Aquatic collection, and this particular color right here is Enchanted. Ooh. Enchanted, and it's a matte lipstick, and it's neutral, which I thought would be fitting for this eye look since it's so bright and warm colors and dramatic. So we're going to use that, and I'm gonna line my lips with NYX lip pencil and nutmeg. Now I'm going to apply my lipstick. It doesn't stop there. I'm going to go ahead and top off this lip look with NYX's lip gloss in hands down my favorite lip gloss ever. High end, low end, it doesn't matter. I love to use this one for an everyday look, and this one is in the color Mauve. I'm using my Morphe Mist and Set Continuous Setting Spray to set my makeup. That completes this beautiful look that I achieved with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Collection Palette Volume 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial because I know it's been a minute since I did any voiceovers or any talk-throughs. I think this is only maybe my second talk-through on my whole channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though I thought it was cringeworthy. But I really wanted to do a talk-through on this particular look. I absolutely love the way it came out. The colors are vibrant and gorgeous, and they're super buttery and soft and pigmented. The transfer from the palette to my eyes was just effortless. The pigment remained true from the palette to my eyes, and it just came out amazing. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and come on back now because we're almost close to meeting our little goal. Okay, so my contest is right around the corner, so y'all guys stick around and see what's to come. Enjoy your day. I love you all, my superstars, and I will see you later. Until the next time, bye.